Welcome back to In My Wardrobe. This would have been the second one now, and today I'm going to discuss a bag that you would have already seen a fair bit on my wardrobe, on my channel. It's the Balenciaga City. Now, I fell in love with this bag when I used to watch The Hills with Lauren Conrad, and I think Audrina had this bag as well. I've loved it ever since then. So we're talking early 2000s, I want to say, something like that. And they still sell this bag. It's still around 20 odd or so years later. And I love it. You buy it in this, well, they come in a lot of different forms now. They have like the extra metal accents around it, and they come in a lot of different leathers as well, so you can get them in croc and you can whatever. There's loads of different, there's suede and stuff like that. The suede ones are nice, but obviously hard to maintain. But the original City bags come with this kind of grained leather, like worn looked leather. And that's actually what I love about this bag. I've already mentioned that I'm not the best at maintaining and looking after my stuff and keeping them pristine, because I use them. Like, I don't invest in stuff and then just have it sitting pretty in my wardrobe. Like, I use everything that I buy on most things. I can't say everything, that would be a lie, but I use most things that I buy. So this has been a very well loved bag that I bought in Selfridges 5 years ago, I think now, and to me it still looks like as new. The inside is obviously not the cleanest, but I've never had anything done to this bag. I've never like got it repurposed or leather cleaned or anything. Nothing has worn, no threads are hanging out, there's no holes, there's actually not even a scratch on it, which for me is very unlikely. Oh, okay, I take that back. There are some threads hanging out. Yeah, so there are a bit of threads hanging out at the handle, but they're not even threads hanging out. It's just a bit of fraying, really. And that's all that you see. The other thing that has happened is there actually is only supposed to be 2 leather straps hanging down from, yeah, there's only supposed to be 2 straps hanging from this side anyway, from each side of the zip. I actually now have 4, and that is because the leather is just split on them. I think it's 2 bits of leather put together, and like now they've just gone in half, which is fine. There's just extra straps. That doesn't really bother me. I will say, although having the 2 zip situation and having such a slouchy bag, is very hard to open this bag one-handed. You kind of have to hold one side and then zip, but that's not a bother. Another classic with the Balenciaga is it comes in the front here. Actually, so here's an example. This one here is split into 2, and this one here it's starting to happen, but it hasn't quite happened yet all the way down. But that's okay. As I was saying, the classic, what comes with the Balenciaga is a lovely little mirror in the front pocket, and I haven't done anything to this either. This is also in like good condition, but that is actually come in very, very handy for me. I love that. And I wonder where all my lip stuff goes. Got a lipstick in here. Also got some lady things in here. There's quite a few pockets on the inside. You've got 1 zip pocket on the back and 2 pockets at the front. I'm assuming like a lipstick area and then a phone area, which I don't think phones these days would fit in there. It's quite small. But they are convenient for a little bit. But as I said, I think this bag is so well used and so loved, and still looks in such great condition that it needed its own video. It deserves it, I think. This bag now retails, I believe, for 1,200. Let me just clarify that for you guys. So we have the mini. This is not the mini. Retailing on Farfetch for 1,350, and then I actually can't find. I can find this one in black and silver for 1,525. So that's gone up quite a bit since I bought it. I believe When I got mine, it was around 1,100 and odd, 1,150, 1,180, something along those lines. And it's gone up about £400 in the past 5 years. For some reason, I cannot find the gold, the black and gold, in my size, other than on reselling websites. That may be because it's sold out or something, I'm not sure. So originally I'll show up the picture of the one that I love, which is the one that I fell in love with. The classic actually has like quite bolder studs on it with like a little bit of like ridging around it. But I actually think this one's a little bit more subtle and clean looking. The gold has barely worn on it at all. The only studs that have a little bit more wear are these two front ones on the pockets. Obviously they get knocked and bashed against things a lot more easily than the rest. I have used this bag for work, I've used this bag to go out, I've used this bag literally for everything. I love it so much. It is my daily bag now. I've actually sold 2 designer bags in the past year. I had the Givenchy Antigona, which I like, but like very structured, and sometimes I would literally have a bottle of water and a piece of paper in my purse in there. And when you're walking around London commuting into work and you're getting bashed and battered, if there's nothing in that bag, it just like caves in if someone like walks into you. And I just didn't need that big of a bag anymore. Like this is as big of a bag as I need for work, really. I don't need much bigger. And then the other bag I recently sold was the Louis Vuitton Boss Fur backpack. I am ashamed to say I barely wore that bag, and maybe occasionally wore it as a gym bag mostly. And that bag was pretty much rented out to, not for money, I just gave that to my friends to wear quite a lot. They all liked that bag quite a lot, so I think for a year and a half of having that bag, it every 6 months got sent to another friend, and I didn't really use it that much. So that bag needed to go. They actually don't sell the Boss Fur backpack anymore either, so I think it's quite a wanted bag. So I sold that on Farfetch. I also sold the Antigona on Farfetch. I had the black and silver Antigona in medium, I believe. It was quite a big one. But I'm definitely more of a gold wearer, so this bag has stuck around with me and it's not going to go anywhere, I don't think. I loved it so much. I would like another one, I think. I do like the graffiti ones. I would like another black and silver bag, so I am debating that in my wardrobe at the moment. Obviously the Antigona I had was black and silver, so that was quite convenient when I was wearing different jewellery and stuff, but I do mainly wear gold, so this is brought out a lot more often than that one was. But I'm definitely more looking into, not smaller bags, not like mini bags, but like more of a shoulder bag, more of that like 90s. I don't like shoulder bags, like crossbody bags that go all the way down to your hip. I like a shoulder bag that's like literally just hits like around your waist area. I find it safer to like be more in control of like my possessions and stuff. And I also just prefer the look and feel it's more convenient as well to get stuff out your bag rather than rummaging around at your hip. Right at your waist is just so much easier to open up. So that's what I'm looking for next in my wardrobe. Potentially a black and silver, but I do think I'd get more wear out of a black and gold shoulder bag. Obviously the dream would be a Chanel. I'm actually not interested in any of the quilted classic CC flaps. I really like the tweeds and the perforated, like the more unique and different ones. That'd be a dream down the line. I'm not sure when that's ever gonna happen, but one of those bags would be really nice. But yeah, I would get more wear out of it than this these days. Obviously with what's going on, we're not going out much. And if I am, I'm going somewhere very convenient and close and not too far. So I don't actually need to carry this much stuff with me ever. I mean, not ever. Hopefully eventually again, but not in the past year anyway. I haven't needed to. But for going into London, it's very safe. You can carry everything in there. You got your pocket at the front, you got your zip pocket inside. You can see inside there, there's some headphones and some lady bits and all that in there. But yeah, I love this bag. This is my favorite bag, and this one's not going anywhere. This one's not going to be sold. This one is staying with me forever, maybe pass down to my children one day, but this is my favorite. The other two I just weren't wearing and didn't feel the need to keep them around. This is my Balenciaga Black and Gold City Classic. I definitely think it deserved a video of its own. It is beautiful, it is used, very well used, very well loved, and there's not much more to say. It's a perfect bag, I think. This is like my ideal bag. And I guess my dream came true after watching The City all those years back. I finally got my Balenciaga. I remember, I think the scene where Lauren is having a fight with Jason after his birthday dinner, and I can see the pink one on her shoulder. That's the bag that I remember her wearing. I don't know if she actually ever had a black one. Probably did at some point. But yeah, this bag reminds me of that. Brings back lovely memories of those days. But yeah, that is it for my In My Wardrobe episode today. There are still a couple more I hope you are enjoying, and